Cheers to that. Enjoy it. We start today with an absolute television legend. She's won an Emmy, a Golden Globe, a SAG Award. She was nominated for a Tony that she should have won. 17 seasons on Law & Order, 11 on Chicago Med. I could go on, but she's right here next to me. Please welcome the iconic Epatha Merkerson. Hi.
Hey.
Thank you, first of all, for giving of your time this morning. I've been talking to her for the past 15 minutes. You're a delight, and thank you. Just thank you for all the art you've given us, really.
Thank you for having me on. This is lovely.
You're in Atlanta for a reason. We're going to get to that in just a second. But have you spent much time here? I mean, Law & Order was in New York City.
Yeah.
Chicago Med you're on now. So in Chicago, where have you been most of your career?
Mostly New York, you know, doing theater and television. So Chicago is new, but it's 11 years new. You know, and all around, I've done some things here as well. Being Mary Jane, I did here. Drop Dead Diva, I did here.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've been to Atlanta.
Yes, well, we're happy to have you back. Come back anytime. We'll keep you for as long as we can. I mentioned before, 17 seasons Law & Order, 11 Chicago Med. What is it like? What is it like to be you? I mean, honestly, I'm just like, I don't even have a question. I mean, you've done it all.
Right.
What is it like?
Let me see. What is it like? You know, the cool thing is working. You know, when I started out, I said, I went to New York and from Detroit, and I said, as long as I'm working, I will stay. I got my Bachelor of Fine Arts degree and from Wayne State University, and I'm gonna go to New York and see what happens. And I just started working, doing theater. You know, we were talking about this a few minutes ago, you know, some of the women that I worked with over the years, you know, who helped me along. But that's what I did. I went there and I just started working and learning.
Yeah, and she's a humble queen too, because you were already crediting the women that came before you and saying, you know, in this business, it is about work ethic and showing up and all those things, but you were crediting some of it to just luck and being in the right place at the right time and having relationships.
Absolutely. I mean, every time I have the opportunity to say it, I say this woman's name. Her name is Meg Simon. Meg Simon literally changed my life by seeing a play that I did off Broadway and getting me to a Broadway show without an audition. And from that, someone came to see the show, and I ended up on Law & Order. I mean, people, the relationships that you make are important as well.
Yeah.
You know, you never know who you're meeting. That young kid that's a PA on the show might end up being a producer one day.
It's true.
So be nice.
Be nice to everyone. You heard it from here. Be nice. But it is so true. And then when you're given that opportunity, though, clearly talent, and you have to deliver and do all those things that you do so well. But it is nice to recognize those. And speaking of being recognized, I know you're going to be honored tomorrow here in Atlanta at the Black Women Film Network, the On Her Shoulders Award. Speak to that, Epatha, and what it means to you.
Well, it's incredible because as we were talking earlier, I can think of all these women, you know, Kiki Shepard, who just passed away on Monday, Barbara Montgomery. There were so many women Ruby Dee. I did a little thing with Ruby Dee. I mean, there are just all of these women whose shoulders I stood on. Yvette Hawkins, who told me while I was understudying her, she said, we're on the road, save your money, take a loan out, pay it back, so when you go back to New York, you have credit. And every time you get a check, buy something for yourself because you've earned it. And I still do that to this day, even if it's a dinner.
Yeah.
I worked for it, I earned it. So, you know, there are these women who have taught me these things that I carry with me to this day. You know, I'll be 74 this year, and I can still think of the women that carried me when I was in my 20s.
I want to ask you what the best thing is you bought for yourself, but we don't have time for that. But what is the best thing you bought for yourself?
The best thing I bought for myself was a diamond ring.
Yeah, it was, and you deserved every bit
girl.
of that.
When I won that Emmy, I bought that ring.
Treat yourself. Okay. We're so happy to have you here. I know you have also an exhibit at Apex. I'm going to tell people about that. That's very cool. And she was so lit up about getting interviewed by a 12-year-old actress.
Jackson Rose
Yes.
is her name.
So
Yes.
more to come on that. Thank you for being here. Congrats on all your success.
My pleasure.
And
Thank
you
you
so much for your time. All right, you can see Chicago Med. Did we even talk about that? We did. Wednesday nights right here on 11 Alive, and catch up on the ones you missed on Peacock.